APC continues as ahead of Thursday's governorship primaries. Resistance to consensus arrangement has intensified in at least 10 states. Several aspirants rejected pressure to step down and insisted on contesting and testing their popularity. The growing pushback comes despite efforts by party leaders and governors in many states to streamline the primaries through endorsements, negotiations, and consensus agreements aimed at avoiding divisive contest ahead of the 2027 general election. Now, incumbent governors in several APC-controlled states have successfully secured consensus backing for second-term ticket secession battles in states such as Kwara, Gombe, Oyo, Adamawa, Bauchi, Plateau, Lagos, Nasarawa, Rivers, and Yobe remains fiercely contested. The APC had fixed the cost of its governorship expression of interest form at 10 million naira and nomination form at 40 million. According to findings, the ruling party generated about 5.05 billion naira for the sale of forms to 101 governorship aspirants nationwide. Now, despite growing internal resistance in some chapters, no fewer than 11 governors and sole aspirants have already secured overwhelming backings from party structures. Now, among those who emerged as consensus candidates are governors Sheriff Oborevori of Delta, Abba Yusuf of Kanu, Peter Mba of Enugu, Omar Nemadi of Jigawa, Diko Rada of Katsina, Nasiru Idris of Kebbi, and we have Governor of Sokoto, Zamfara, Niger, Akwa Ibom, and Ebonyi State, all emerging as consensus candidates. Now, party leaders in those states describe the arrangement as strategic moves to preserve internal stability and avoid unnecessary factional crisis. But, the crisis continues. The people are party faithfuls are fighting against these in favor of the contestants they believe in and that they want to emerge as the flag bearer for different positions. Consensus efforts have suffered major setback in so many states. In Kwara State, where 15 aspirants are preparing to confront Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak's preferred candidate, Ambassador Yahaya Seriki. These are some of the things that are happening right now in APC. In Rivers State, over 60 allies of Rivers State Governor Similolai Fubara have been disqualified by APC. These and so many other things we'll be talking about today on Matters on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You can call me Solo, you can call me Mr. Solo, you can call me Souls, you can call me Mr. Souls, but officially I am Solomon Ofem. Again, welcome to Matters. Okay, we're talking about the chaos in APC and, of course, how the opposition political parties will take advantage of these if only they will work together. But, of course, these makes things even much more interesting. Chaos in other political parties, chaos in APC, only time will tell what will happen. Now, joining me to help analyze this is two heavyweights in the studio today. It's going to be a packed session. I have Dele, Fanimo, and Chukwuma, Okoro, both very, very experienced journalists, very experienced broadcasters. And Mr. Fanimo will say he's experienced reporter. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Fanimo and Mr. Okoro, thank you very much for joining us today on Matters. Joining me today.
Always our pleasure.
Yes.
I can speak on his behalf.
Okay. There'll be a lot of, as I said before, it's really packed today when you have these two heavyweights with me in the studio. You know that it's going to be a very, very interesting and educative session today. Now, APC. 4 weeks now, the chaos we're seeing was on the opposition political parties. Chaos in PDP, they've not remained the same since after the general election in 2023. Labour Party, even so. And political heavyweights defected to ADC, supposed to be the coalition under the guise of banding together to fight the ruling party APC and the President Bola Tinubu out of office 2027. Chaos started there again in ADC, and of course it has quieted a little after Peter Obi defected to NDC. NDC looks like the latest political party now. But today we are focusing on APC. It looks like it's going to be a sweet sail for APC. I mean, this chaos in these different political parties basically just gave APC and President Bola Tinubu a smooth ride to 2027. But things are unraveling in APC, showing it's not going to be as smooth as we thought it's going to be. But it's all the more makes road to 2027 a very, very interesting political journey. Let me start with you, Mr. Okoro. What's your take on overall before we start taking a look at the nitty-gritty? Yes.
In your introduction, when you framed it around the crisis in the APC, and my heart just practically lifted out of my body, and I would say crisis in the APC, you know. And so, in the course of the intro, it now devolved to the problems in the primaries, you know. And so, when again you say the chaos in the APC, and
the primary has been chaotic, don't you think so?
But that doesn't look like a crisis in the APC.
Really?
Like you have in other political parties.
Okay.
I'm happy that at some point they had to bring in the PDP, the Labour Party, the ADC at some point, and to an extent, the NDC. So, and if you frame the chaos or the crisis around the APC, you also discover that it's a general thing. You know, as a matter of fact, I've been asking this question. In the PDP now, the news that is going on in the PDP is that, well, Jonathan has been cleared.
Yes.
By
without him being there.
In absentia, we have not seen any rebuttal of that.
And which is another thing we're going to look at.
Even before the clearance of Jonathan, we heard that one Sandy
Ono from Cross River State
is now the presidential
flag bearer
of the weekend. So, and I've been asking, so is PDP going to present two presidential candidates?
Maybe three.
Maybe three, with Sheyi Makinde, with one leg in the APM. So as a matter of fact, the problems in, should I use the problem? If you use the word problem, it cuts across board, but it's a primary thing. In terms of crisis-free political party, I think the only one now, or the two that are crisis-free, are the APC and the NDC.
So you don't consider what's going on in APC chaotic and crisis?
It's primaries. It's everywhere.
Internal combustion.
Internal combustion.
That's what combustion.
There is an internal thing. It's an internal thing, and it happens in all the political parties.
Okay.
You know, at some point in the conduct of primaries. As a matter of fact, I've heard some people say, well, in this ADC, you know, it looks like there wouldn't be internal democracy because the word consensus that was smuggled into our electoral balance is causing a lot of problems.
It is.
You know, people are saying, what is consensus? And so we had a debate the other day. Consensus, does it necessarily mean majority? And the answer is no. Consensus is that everybody has to buy in. It's not about a few or more. It has to be, everybody has to buy in. And so when you see some people, you know, say, well, we are like in Ogun State now. Benga Daniels is saying, oh, well, I don't believe in what you call the consensus. But I also heard that he has said, well, enough of all this. If Dabo wants to go, let him go.
There's something in Lagos. I just announced that he has stepped down.
He has stepped down. And so, Solomon, in terms of combustion, I understand the angle that you are coming from. The fact that about 70 members of the APC returning, people that has members that want to return, lost the primaries. And so it becomes a problem because the impression we have now is that people cannot leave their parties because they have submitted the party register, the GDC register to INEC, and so cannot at this point
defect to other political parties.
So that might actually be the problem within the APC now.
It's going to be a huge problem.
Some of them are threatening, well, if we can't leave,
we are expected to see some anti-party activities.
We are going to stay here
and cause chaos.
And cause chaos. So that is where the word chaos comes in. But in terms of having to select candidates, I mean, APC, ADC is also having. Amechi is saying it's either me or nobody. Hayatuddin is saying it's either me or nobody, just like Atiku Abubakar is saying. And in Labour Party, Abure says, Alex Oti, we are not even going to give you the ticket. And Alex Oti says, you are not even in the position to give me ticket. So until we have all of these problems sorted out, the problem with the APC is that it might be broader because they are the ruling power, they are the ruling party. And a lot of people who even defected and were promised tickets didn't get those tickets. And they are like, oh, you lured us into this lion's den. And looks like you've thrown us under the bus. And so that might be the problem for the APC if they are unable to resolve all of that.
I'm not sure how quick they can resolve that. Let's say your view, sir.
You see, politics is so dynamic that, and politicians.
Now it is looking dynamic now. Before now, it was looking more like a one-way traffic. Now the dynamism is beginning to shape up.
When I woke up this morning, I went through my phone and I saw the video of where I just said the man from Badagry was stepping down. He said a few days ago he got a call as early as 6 a.m. and lo and behold, it was Tinubu himself calling him. He said SMA Gold. He said that one melted his heart, and after a short discussion he agreed. But you see, one funny thing about that video, the cameraman panned to the crowd he was addressing and come and see sorrow, anguish in the faces of
among his supporters.
And that tells me something, that would this man be able to convince? He only reported back. That picture has not shown me that he has been able to convince them on the need, because when he said we are going to collapse our structure and work for Amzat, 3 women just at the pan were actually crying. They were sobbing. So it was like they have sold their hearts to
that candidacy.
And so it could also be the same pattern across states.
Yeah.
Now, when you have such dissenting collective against imposition by those who are the leaders
party
of the
leadership.
Party, the question now is, if I can't opt out, then I will fight within. And enemy within is always more dangerous than enemy without. You recall that Saraki, Lamido, and the rest of them, they didn't leave PDP, and they fought Jonathan within PDP.
The NPDP.
No, within PDP. But they never left the party.
Exactly.
But they were internal saboteurs. And it was one of the reasons why Jonathan couldn't muster that strength to go the whole hog during that election. Because I expected that if somebody like Saraki, Lamido in Jigawa,
and Amechi
and all that, if they had held on to PDP as party men, maybe the way APC had a run may not have happened. So that is the area where the leadership of APC would have to show concern, and they need to mend fences.
Now, let's start with what led up to this situation. I mean, it was a party when a lot of these defections was happening. A lot of these people were defecting into APC. One would be tempted to ask, what was the arrangement? We know, we're not naive as to not know that this defection had different reasons. Some of them it was cover, against the EFCC and ICPC. But there may be a good number of them that thought with the chaos in this other political party, APC is the best chance for them to advance politically. But with this going on, what do you think happened behind the scene in the course of the defection?
What happened behind the scene, Some of them were, as a matter of fact, twisted into joining the APC. People like Ifeanyi Okowa, governor of Delta State, former governor of Delta State, because since he joined the APC, that 1.3 billion naira belonging to the others, trillion naira, sorry, that they were looking for. Nobody has made mention of it anymore. And so he's gone there, and
the party has provided cover for him.
But he got a ticket. And so some people, like Dauda Lawal of Zamfara State, said, well, the reason I am moving, probably he used it as a cover too, to say, some of my brother governors got 500 billion naira for just joining the APC. And I didn't get that. I mean, it was on the This Day newspaper. I read it. And I didn't get that. So I have to align to the center. Let me move. Peter Amba said, we need to take the southeast to the center. And so he aligned. Who again? Oboreweri said he was aligning. Umar Eno said, well, I need to align, but then even if I don't align, I've done a lot for my people. But I'm worried that because of the crisis in the PDP, and if the crisis continues, and we get to the point where someone goes to court and says the person that signed your nomination form is not the authorized
example
signatory. What does that mean to me? That means all the good work we have done in the past 3-4 years lost. And so he said, it is better for me to go to the APC that looks like the only ship at that point, you know, that was sailing on a safe ground, safe coast and all of that. So he joined. And so a lot of them joined. So you can see many tracks. Some were twisted. If you come in, your sins are forgiven. Like Dauda Lawal said, let me go and be part of the 500 billion naira, you know, so that I can use it to develop my state. And others said because of the problem in the PDP. And now you see that combustion now. Because how many people do you have? You have just 36 slots as governors. How many people want to be governors?
101.
I mean governors.
Yes, now.
That
101 bought form.
For 36 slots.
And
probably 32, 33.
Now there are two factions here: the ones that were in APC right from time, and then the ones that are defecting into the APC. All of them the same political ambition.
And so, for somebody like Sim Fubara, you say you have cleared him. You cleared other aspirants in the party, so he's not the sole candidate for Rivers Goba, but you don't clear
all his supporters and his allies.
So how is he going to run the race?
No, he will run the race. How? You know what they want to do to Fubara.
Okay.
Fubara will run. They will give Fubara the ticket.
No, he'll get the ticket.
You get the ticket. He will run and
win.
He will win.
Okay.
But he will forever for the 4 years be on quicksand.
He will not.
He will be a stooge. He will be a stooge of Wike.
He will not.
You think
the
so?
Legislators, all of them.
All of the moment.
The ones that were cleared were all Wike allies.
The ones that were cleared were all Wike. If Fubara gets second term governor sworn in, those 32 legislators will move over to his side.
They will not move over because the Oga Patapata is overing.
He's overing, and there'll be threats. The threats.
No, even if he's still there, at the state level, what powers does he still have to? Because some of these people.
I mean, the fact that is.
Did he have to reinstall Obasa?
The fact.
The person you are talking. Are you talking about the president there?
No, we're talking about Wike here.
Yes, I'm talking about Wike.
Who is backing Wike?
Now, the fact that Wike still have these huge powers in the primary in the state, you don't think that's big enough?
Exactly the point. The huge powers that Wike has, and all of a sudden, Fubara becomes the governor for second term.
With all the House of Assembly members against him, how would that work?
These House of Assembly members, the moment they are sworn into their term, they will all move over to Fubara.
That's assuming the hold Wike have over them is not deep. That doesn't look like it's so not. At that point, I mean, they tried 3 times to impeach Fubara.
So at that point,
let's go back in time.
No. But wait now. Times have changed. That's how many years ago? Now, what is the value that Wike will hold for the president 2027 to 2031? Because the game now is Fubara and Wike will collaborate on behalf of the president to deliver
River State
for the president.
Okay.
In 2031, it will be the person that wants to succeed
Fubara.
Tinubu.
Okay, that's
That
the
it will be his
presidency.
call, you know,
Okay.
to handle whatever. At that point, Wike might have lost relevance at the national level. And so
That's after Tinubu leaves power.
before he leaves.
Okay.
And so it will be Fubara's call to now say, well, these are the people that will succeed. This is the
That
person
is
that
if he
will succeed.
survived the 4 years in River State with
I
the
am telling you
wicked
that
allies at the State House
that he will
Assembly.
survive, because these Wike boys will move over. This is politics, according to you, which I know. 24 hours is a long time for things to change in politics. And you know these politicians, they don't care about you and I. They are interested in securing their positions. Those guys will move. At some point, they were split. 17 of them first led for the APC. Why didn't the other 15 join them at that point? There was already a split.
Okay.
Until Wike came back, made fences with deep pockets, promised a lot of things. And the more like came back together. As it is now, I am not even sure that all of them are on Wike's side. That's what I think.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Now,
But there's a flip side to it.
okay.
There's always one.
Let's hear the
There's
flip
always
side.
one.
Let's hear the flip side.
Because I was just mentioning Balarabe Musa. When Balarabe Musa got into government, he had majority against him in the house. And he was at a point so oblivious of it that he was just moving on as if nothing would happen. But in a matter of days, he was thrown out. And nothing happened. So as long as the president is still in the saddle, and Wike has not
He's still
lost
loyal to
relevance,
the president.
whatever is the offer from Fubara can be taken care of at the
When was Balarabe Musa thrown out? Which party did he belong to?
it belongs to
The MPN.
No, PRP.
PRP is Kan. Oh, Balarabe Musa is Kaduna.
Aminu Kano's party, and then the
No, Balarabe
legislators-
Musa was it
It
Kano?
wasn't GNPP.
No, it wasn't GMPP. GMPP
It
was
was Waziri.
Waziri Ibrahim. Balarabe Musa was of the Kano had one state. Balarabe Musa
Balarabe Musa is Kaduna.
is Kaduna, so it was
Uh-huh.
MPN.
Eh?
It was MPN.
Okay, maybe it was MPN,
It was
and
MPN.
the majority was GNPP. I'm not
Okay.
sure now,
Okay.
or PRP. But the point is, they were in opposing parties. Balarabe Musa won. Legislators also had their victory in their various parties.
Yeah.
But instead of probably using this game, you just espoused without getting cover from Fubara. He didn't do that. He assumed that the legislators can do their own. I can do my own.
And then he wanted to play democracy.
Democracy.
He wanted to play democracy.
In
And
a
so
shark
that-
invested water like
So that
Nigeria.
is the mistake that Fubara will not make. The moment he gets ticket, the moment he contests,
And we
You
need
think it would be
and
easy for him to
sworn in,
solidify
it
power
will be
in a
easier.
second
It will
term?
be easier for him.
power
to do that.
consolidation will
Yes.
still be dependent on
Wike's position
Wike's.
Yes.
with the presidency.
That's what I'm saying.
And this is the president's last lap.
Do you
Last
see,
dance,
do
you know?
you see a situation where the president see Wike as a surplus to requirement if he wins his second term, thereby maybe not give him the FCT position anymore?
If the
It is
president,
not likely.
if the president wins, you mean to retain him,
No, it's not likely that it will give him such power of holding on to FCT.
even if he holds on to FCT, even if he holds on to FCT, the president will not be beholden to him again.
Yes.
To the
Because
extent
there's
that
nothing to fight for
to
anymore.
fight for it anymore.
Wow.
So,
It's going
but
to be
these are conjectures.
These are conjectures. You know, in politics,
We don't know
I mean,
what is in their mind.
So I'm trying to look at the mindsets of these two different factions of APC. The old guards, let's use that word, the old guard
The
versus
aborigines and the tenants.
plus the new guards. These people had similar objection. Let's see it as, let's forget about the ones that went to APC via cover, the ones that had legitimate claims of a political advancement in APC, and then this has happened. If, for example, House of Assembly, let's say Senate, one particular Senate seat, you have like 2-3 persons before that wanted to contest in that position, and with the new and old, it now jumps from 3 to about 10. And out of that 10, 2 or 3 were approved, and then the other 7 were disqualified. Trying to take a look at the mindset of those 2 political parties. How loyal these people, rather, contested, how loyal do you think they will be come 2027 election?
I think that's the issue I've been discussing.
That's what we have been discussing. There will be discontent
within the party.
Within the party. But how
deep
the leadership of the political party
handles
will be able to manage such discontent will now be dependent on available offices that are open as alternative to the original plan. Now, for instance, let me give you an example. In my senatorial district, they practically zoned the Senate to Akure, the state capital.
Okay.
Now, the incumbent is from Akure. The 2 other contestants are also from Akure. One of the 2 other contestants was told to resign by the governor. He was SSG to the government. He resigned, and he has an ace. He was like compensating his father for his role, Pa Ruben Fashionoti, who was 100 years old last week. So what they did was, they said nobody was ready to step down for the other. They said, okay, go to primaries. And what happened? They went to primary. The first one on Saturday was stalemated. There were gunshots, violence, and all that. But by the time they came back on Monday, Fashionati's son emerged, dusted the incumbent who wanted to return, and one other person. Now, in that case, the incumbent didn't say a word, even when he knew that there was injustice. For him not to say anything, you should know that there had been meeting behind the scene to assuage him and tell him that all is not lost. Do you understand? And one thing about politicians is once they know there is not going to be total loss, because now you are torn between becoming cantankerous and losing outrightly, or accepting, and then we'll look for something else. I recall, I usually joke with my friend that Adedibu, when he was alive, if you come to him today and you bring 50 million naira, you want to be governor, he will take, distribute, and tell everybody. Then shortly after you leave, somebody comes and brings 150 million naira. He will quickly call you and say, now this governorship is no longer possible. So would you mind seeing it? On and on like that. Eventually, that person that came first to want to contest as governor may end up becoming member House of Assembly, depending on the value you are bringing to him as a person. So some of these people, if you lose governorship, don't worry. Chairman of a board will be available to you. And if you now say no,
will that satisfy all of them? Because the list is long and the position is quite few.
What is likely to happen? But the problem is, how can you even trust somebody who assured you that you are going to be the next governor of the state, and then he sits back and watch you lose that ticket, and now he's now promising you another one, which is not binding by law. There was no written agreement. How would you trust that person?
How will you trust that person?
Yes. So it becomes a problem. So the problem will linger. But the muzzle of those who want to create that problem versus the muzzle of the person that wants to ensure that there is no problem.
Yeah, which is my next topic for discussion, because how far this problem will go will most likely depend on the president, Bola Tinubu.
Okay, and beyond the president too. Now, there's a new twist in all of this.
Okay.
Before now, we have seen a pattern where somebody says, probably the governor says, okay, like in my state, there are 8 federal constituencies. And the governor says, because they all belong to the same party, the governor says, you are going, you are going, you are going. And he doles out money, to buy forms for these people and all of that. They will have a situation where people on their own, people who probably are stable, people that are well made, you know, dole out their own monies to buy forms. And you are coming to tell them
that you should step down.
They say, excuse you, Mr. Governor. They will look at him in the face. No, I'm not going to do that. And so that is another problem. That because we had a system before where someone was in charge. Over time, in the past 15, 16 years, we have seen that. Someone says this and this and this and. But we have a new crop of people. Money bags, by the way, businessmen, you know, that jumped into the fray on their own volition, on their own accord. They say, I want to do this.
They already have the financial muscles.
They're not likely to be another person's lucky.
Yes.
You know?
They already have the financial muscle. All they need is
this.
one official position to give them some power.
Exactly. And so we have that class now, that crop. And so it is also going to alter the equation and how all of that will pan out. But like Dele said, the whole thing will depend on the internal dynamics, the internal mechanisms within the party, you know. Of course.
And who is going to be in charge of that internal mechanism and dynamic?
Now, the person that will in charge overall will be the president. But the big question now, or the bigger question, is that in all the 36 states of the federation, will the president be able to put calls?
Exactly.
So he will now
exactly,
have to
which is what I wanted us to talk about.
He will now have to delegate people. And in the process of delegation, one thing is that the feathers of the APC will be ruffled.
Definitely.
But at
how far?
At what level? At what level?
Is what we'll be waiting to see.
It's like what my boss used to say. Well, Nelly cannot kill a bird, but he can remove some of the feathers. He can remove some of the feathers. So, how many feathers of the APC will be removed in the process should be the question on the table now. But asked for there being some kind of, you know, the centripetal and centrifugal forces pulling in this election, it is going to happen to the APC. Because
before now, lots of persons have come out to complain that it, like when the expression of interest and nomination form came out, a lot of aspirants came out to complain that they can't buy the form because these governors have columbied the form, giving it to their cronies and consensus. We know former Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade came out to cry out. Former Inspector General of Police Mohammed came out to cry out, and so many other persons like came out to cry that we're looking for this form, we can't get it. Do you think, besides the president, these governors have the power to shape these dynamics that will determine how far this ruffling of the feather will go ahead to 2027 elections? How strong can this governor maintain this dynamics besides the president?
For me, it's neither here nor there. Some governors are powerful. Some
governors are more powerful than others.
More powerful than the others. And it also depends on those people. Like my friend said, some are money bags. They cannot be controlled. They are not looking for the crumbs. They want to be on this driver's seat. People like that, it will take a very hard horse trading mechanism to tow them and bring them back to the fold. But some, like when Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, traded some senators, senatorial candidates of PDP and House of Reps candidates for PDP. Majority of them were struggling people. So they managed to get form. Some were forms were purchased by godfathers that have been in politics and all that and all. Now, when they lost, when they were traded for the candidacy of the then presidential candidate of APC, you know, Oyo State is PDP state. So there was an uproar. All of them lost. Just because, you know, it's a bandwagon thing. Same day, Senate, Reps, Presidency. So it was a bandwagon thing. So all of them lost. And there was a rumble. That rumble was on for about a week or two. But the moment I was in Ibadan that weekend, the moment I saw Wike with his private jet at the airport, I knew that all is well. And as soon as Wike came, I don't know what transpired and left. Till today, none of them raised any highbrow. So, some states will be like that. But some states where I have over 20 billion and I want to take this shot, not for the money, but I just want to be
want to get some political
Senator
recognition
Dele
and
Fanimo.
power.
That kind of person, it will be very difficult
to rein him in.
So that's why I said some governors may have their way, then some governors may not find it easy.
And another angle to it is the fact that for the governors who are returning, it will be a tougher call for them.
Okay.
To rein in everybody.
Than the states where there are fresh candidates.
No, than the states where the governors are.
As in the governor he has nothing
leaving,
to
and
lose
the governor
anymore.
is interested in going to Senate.
Senate.
And so the moment he secures his own senatorial ticket, if you people want to kill yourselves, kill yourselves. But for the governor whose success is dependent on the success of the senatorial and House of Representatives and House of Assembly elections, it will be a bigger work for him to say, gentlemen, come, how do we work together to ensure that the party doesn't lose completely? Somebody like Dapo Abiodun, who is completing his second term,
and he was also eyeing
he cares less. He should care less because if he ensures that Ogun East,
he will still be in the saddle when the election will be holding in January.
And so where he will be like, well, if you people can't agree now, let us see how it was, because he's holding his own ticket close to his chest, and that is all he cares. And so for governors that are returnee governors, it might be a lot more difficult for them. But for those of them that are just completing their second term, they'll care less.
Now, these statements went viral some weeks ago. ADC will bleed. But this time it looks like it is APC that will do the bleeding. So do we expect to see anti-party activities, just like what happened with PDP and APC, obviously from the disgruntled APC people
Solomon,
that can't leave?
That's what we have been talking about now.
No, I'm talking about how deep, like the one of PDP, it definitely destroyed the chance of Atiku with the G5 governor. How deep do you think these anti-party activities will go in terms of affecting the APC in the 2027? That's what I'm talking about.
In the PDP crisis, we had one in 2015. We had one in 2023.
Yes.
The one of 2015, the NPDP, Amechi, Sule Lamide, and co. Then the one of 2023, Ugwani, Wike,
the G5.
The G5 and all of them, And so, in both instances, the PDP was affected as a political party.
Definitely.
It ties to what we have been saying, that it depends on how the APC is able to manage this internal cohesion, the problem.
Which is not exactly straightforward from what both of you have said.
Which is not exactly straightforward.
That's why we have different scenarios.
Yes.
It's not a one quick fix.
It's not, not one drug cures all. So it depends on the power of the president, who is the national leader of the party, to say, okay, the governors, Progressive Governors Forum, which, by the way, is having problems now. And so if they are having problems at that level, it might run deeper for them. Now,
the reason why I'm hammering on things, because I've heard one or two persons say, well, they have the master strategies there, Bola Tinubu, as far as because one of the advantage for a while that we think APC had compared to the, let's say, ADC, for example, despite all the big heads, despite all the political heavyweights in APC, they are all answerable to a bigger heavyweight in the person of President Bola Tinubu. So with that, some political analysts saw little friction compared to what was happening like in ADC, where you have Atiku, Peter Obi, and obviously before Peter Obi defected, and all these big heavyweights, all ambitious. There was that one person they were all answerable to. Obviously, the bigger political achieving personnel there was Atiku, but these other people had as much ambition as ADC, which eventually destroyed the ADC.
I think the difference here is that in this case, the president has power
Yeah, but
he has the authority of office, power of incumbency, which
Okay.
Article didn't have.
okay.
Article at
Or
some
any
point,
other person
or
in
any
the
other person in the
ADC.
ADC. Article couldn't call in Obi and say, well, guy, let's do this thing. Or call. In fact, Amechi took him to the cleaners the other day. Article Abubakar.
That is too old.
But nobody can do that to Tinubu in the APC. And so,
Because he still holds the reins of power.
Power of incumbency. So the two scenarios are different. And so coming back to the APC, it still goes back to the president is a master strategist. But this is the best time to test that resolve. You know, whether he has that capacity to say,
Let's say if his master strategist
It's
position
going to
will
work.
work this
It is
time
going to
around.
work.
What about the power of incumbency that you guys have measured? You don't think that will go a long way
the power of incumbency over the governors.
over the governors
Over
and
the governors.
any other disgruntled,
So we go
APC
back to the
element?
issue of people that have their money. They didn't come into the party with the government money. They have their
Okay,
own money.
okay,
And,
okay.
Okay, look at how
That's the caveat there.
yes, that's the caveat. And so look at how the president just put a call through to Ajose in Lagos State here. And the man says, well, the president has, Ebo has spoken, the leader has spoken, like they say, Baba Sokwe, our father has said. And so let it
But
be
Jagaban,
like
the
that.
Jagaban has spoken.
But somebody that made his money somewhere, very clean, away from government, how would the president call that person and say, hey, you need to queue behind? That
Well,
is-
at that point,
such
there'll
a
have to be a
person-
renegotiation. Maybe I'll give you a minister for something if you step
and in a
down.
place like Delta State, how would the president be able to appease somebody like Ned Nwoko?
Ned Nwoko. How much would the president give him?
Give Ned.
In other words, there will be a ministerial position,
Does Ned want to be a minister?
that's the
Ned wants to be a
promise.
governor.
You understand? That's just a promise. It's not binding.
It's not binding.
binding on the president.
Wow. Well, it's been
Some of
interesting.
them defected because they were promised.
Wow.
Now the promise is not coming to fruition. So,
So
would you now promise that person another promise that he will want to rely on your promise?
So it's also going to test the president's credibility before these people.
Well, it will be interesting to see how this plays out. Of course, we're here to say, I know you guys are looking at time. You guys will soon be running to the TV. But before that, now, this would have been good news if the opposition political parties, have their thing together. Unfortunately, like you guys pointedly mentioned, the opposition political parties are even much more in a mess than APC. But still, is there room for one or two political parties to take advantage of this disaster in APC? ADC, NDC, for instance? Because right now, there is no room for defection. Do you think those APC, disgruntled APC member would secretly work for some of these political parties behind the scene?
Is there any secrecy in working?
In anti-party activity.
Yes. But the point is, like you rightly pointed out, it would have been a very good harvest for the opposition. But unfortunately, the opposition is in disarray as we speak. Now, people are jumping into the fray. Jonathan is coming. Makinde has come.
Which is another the Jonathan situation is another huge curveball.
That man from South that picked the ticket of
Sandy Ono, cross River State.
He's also joining free. Ayatu is joining the fray, and Amici is saying no, we don't go agree.
It's chaotic, really.
The only stable political party now, if they are able to tame that monster that is growing within NDC, is the only party.
For now, they are very quiet. They are trying to. They are still trying to find their feet.
I expect that before that guy grows into a big monster, that they will not be able to take.
Which guy are you talking about? Ado.
Ado.
Dr. Omar Ado. Okay.
If he's tamed within the party, and he says he was withdrawing this case, that is the only party that is looking too sure to face
ADC.
You know what will happen?
Okay.
You know what will happen? As it stands now, I think we have practically 4 political parties.
Yes.
By my assessment.
Yes.
The APC, the NDC, the ADC, and the PDP. I don't count Labour Party.
No.
I don't count SDP. I don't count all of them.
That is
And
brutal.
so what will happen is that for the PDP will be split into 2.
The PDP is even
It's
much
already
more
split.
chaotic.
One for the president. That's the
Wike
part
faction.
of it. The other one, I don't know who they will align with. Now,
I think they say they are now aligning with PRP.
APM.
APM rather, yes.
No, what I mean by that is I don't even know where she
We're
is
talking
now.
about
Parties
strong
Party structure.
opposition
You know.
Okay.
that you want to align with,
Okay.
or you want to align with the APC. The ruling
So
party.
if eventually, if peradventure, ADC is on the ballot, because as it is now,
They are not likely.
Nobody, no, I'm not using that word likely. Nobody is sure if they will be on the ballot, because they have, today is what, the 19th? Today is 19th.
Today is 20.
Today is 20th.
Yes.
Okay, today is 20th. So they have 11 days, you know, to conduct their primaries, which they are doing and all of that. But they also have
Rush of litigations
in the court.
in the court.
And so if ADC happens to be on the ballot, it will be a bigger problem for the opposition. If ADC perhaps is not on the ballot, they will go back to that ballot declaration where they said we might support
One candidate.
presidential candidate. And so with a lot
That
of
is if that's a caveat.
If.
That is if ab initio Atiku is not working for APC.
no, even if he's okay, so he will now take his own chunk of the
ADC supporters
Back to yes.
to APC.
okay, but okay, so that means that
You can't rule out anything.
you can't rule it out. So that means that ADC will also be split.
Split, yes.
Okay, so at the end of the day, you have ADC split, PDP split, APC and NDC, right?
Yes.
Then no Labour Party, because Labour Party, they are neither here
Not there.
nor there. I don't even. The moment the obedient movement moved from Labour Party, the Labour Party became like.
What about the Goodluck Jonathan curveball of this whole situation? How do you think that will play out?
Jonathan Goodluck
think,
will not run.
He will not run.
Goodluck Jonathan will run.
Well, the fact that he's not coming out to deny or affirm is
That-
causing
that
a
has
whole
always been
lot
his
of
way.
That is
chaos.
on ace.
That has
That's
always
his
been
card.
his way.
That's his card.
You
He
understand?
will not run.
What's the people that are promoting Jonathan?
There's-
They are just promoting him in case something happen, and those behind him feel that he can quickly fill the vacuum.
I'm still
Because,
trying to see
you see,
even
the
how
only
that will
thing-
happen. Will he
The only
contest
thing I
under the
can
Wiki
lay
faction?
my hands on Jonathan coming to the fray is the fact that are they sure that if Kwakwanso and Obi win this election, would they be ready to exit in 4 years? But it is very sure that if Jonathan wins, he is duty bound, constitutionally bound to live in 4 years. Maybe that's why they are bringing Jonathan. And so maybe they are still working and finding out how best to extract commitments that would not be assailable from Peter Obi, Kwakwanso's.
Now, talking about Jonathan's win, I don't know where those votes will come from.
I'm still
The
trying to.
South will not vote for Jonathan. He disappointed them. The Southeast will not vote for Jonathan. Of course, the Southwest will not vote for him because their own son is on the ballot. Southeast will not vote for him. Their own son, credible one by their assessment, is on the ballot. There will be a certain Southeasterner that will be on the ballot, and they will rather vote for Jonathan than vote for him. Right? But as it is now with Peter Obi on the ballot, the Southeast will not vote for Jonathan. The South is even more offended by Jonathan, you know, than any other person. So they won't vote for him, despite the fact that he's from South.
But whatever the situation, he will be a spoiler to the opposition political parties.
No, he will not. That's what I'm saying. So where will his votes come from? He's going to spoil something for a candidate that comes from the North. Because apparently it is the North that is pushing him now because of a guarantee of a single term.
Yeah.
And so which part of the North would that be? The Northwest, where Kwakwanso comes from. Kwakwanso that is already positioning himself for presidency in 2031.
And that may be may be a tall order, because they may also have their own candidate different from Kwakwanso for 31.
But if Kwakwanso happens to be vice president between 27 and 2031, I'm not sure any Northerner will come from somewhere and snatch that ticket from him. And so they will have to. So Jonathan, is he going to struggle with votes with Atiku Abubakar in the Northeast? Jonathan is, if he steps into the election, he'll be embarrassed. He won't win.
And you guys don't think he's going to be a spoiler for the opposition political parties?
I don't
Because
think so.
because it's let's even if he's Bielsa, I'm not expecting
how many
Bielsa
people are
not
in
to vote.
Bielsa? Bielsa will not vote for him. What did he do for them? He
You
built
think so?
What? He just built
Do you
Niger Delta
agree?
University for him.
No. You see, election dynamics is not like the way you are looking at it.
No, you need to speak to people from Bielsa.
You are putting everybody in Bielsa in one corner and looking at them as okay because he didn't do. There are some dynamics beyond.
Okay, now let's look
Tribal
at the dynamics.
tribal recognition
what
is
is
one
the
thing.
voting strength of Bielsa State?
And that's the area I expected that.
No, even in Bielsa, people are angry with Jonathan. That's what I'm saying.
Even in South that you're saying they are angry. If they feel that this is another opportunity to also have a shot, maybe this man has repented.
Or another opportunity to waste their votes.
No, I say another opportunity that you see sometimes some of these people in their local communities they are not looking at all the statistics we are reeling out to.
He's our brother. He's from our state.
He's from our state.
Sometimes they do.
Let me tell you.
Sometimes
The last election, you know why I was not sad that we lost the election. Jagede, I was rooting for Jagede in Ondo State as governor. Akeredolu was there as incumbent and all that. Did you know that my majority of my people in that those three local governments, Akure South, Akure North, and the federal local government, we almost equated those three local governments as the entire state. And because everywhere we went, they were just saying, no, it is either Jagede. But I didn't lose sight of other 15 local governments. Yes. And when the election came, we won in those three local governments, landslide. But the result from our local government almost negated what we felt we won in these three local governments. And so, down the line, the other 15 local governments, Akeredolu cleared. So, sometimes these people, they will just say, as if he wins in South, our brother is coming back. They may just forget about those things that you are saying.
Because he's the same thing that's happening with APC and Bola Tinubu. But despite all the criticism, you have a good number of people from the southwest. The father is our brother. We don't care if we are going hungry. He's our brother that is
because
there.
he's doing good for them. He is doing good for Southwest.
Really?
Yes.
that's not what I'm hearing.
Doing good for Southwest.
I don't know where you're hearing that because
in terms of infrastructure, he's building the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway that cuts across how many Southwest states? The Badagry Sokoto Highway cuts across how many Southwest states? Look at the gas master plan. Look at the rail master plan.
All those elephant projects that
Which
we
one
don't
is
know.
elephant?
That
Which
we
one
don't
is
know.
elephant?
White elephant project.
It's not relevant.
It's not. It's been put on ground. Look at the revamping of the port, the Tinkan port, and all of that. Look at the movement of CBN branches and MPA from Abuja to they are satisfied with him because he's laying down infrastructure for them. Now the Southerner is mortally angry with Jonathan. Look at the East-West road that cuts from Edo State up until your state Cross River. What did he do? It was on that road that his mother-in-law died as a result of a pothole. The vehicle got into a pothole, somersaulted, and the mother-in-law died. The woman that adopted Patience Jonathan, they have never forgiven him for that. And so Wike is in River State doing his thing for the president. And you think that he will allow people in River State, hook or crook, you know what I mean, to vote for Jonathan? Man, no.
Well, I mean,
Delta State, the people in Delta are angry.
There's so many political gymnastics going on here. My head is on fire, but I have to let you guys go. Mr. Dele Fanimo, Mr. Chukwuma, Okoro, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys. Let me allow you guys go to your TV and do your thing. Thank you very much for your time. Years of experience as broadcast journalists. Well, you heard them today.
And print too.
Yes, print. I'm print.
Print journalism.
Broadcast and print journalism.
Since I'm a reporter.
Okay, this time for you to get your contributions. Bring your contributions in. The numbers to call 0700 903 903 903 0803 692 9933. Our WhatsApp number is available. You can call or text us via WhatsApp 081 717 56338. Again, 081 717 56338. Let us have your say. Again, 0700 903 903 903 and 003 692 9933. Hello. Hello. Welcome to Matters.
Solomon?
I can hear you now. Welcome to Matters.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. Tell us the name where you're calling from, please.
My name is Sunday. I'm calling from Rishi.
Okay, Sunday, go ahead.
Yeah, I thank your guest. Just that the last person said Tinubu was favoring his people, but I tell you, just like what you just said, the Yorubas are also crying. They are also crying. No matter the plan Tinubu think he has for Yoruba people, they are crying. They even cry more than Igbos. Cry more than the Hausas because I'm here in Lagos. So what I'm telling you is that area, Tinubu is not doing. I don't think it's favoring anybody in this country. In Lagos, Coastal Road is not a thing to boast of. Because at the end of the day, you favor the whole Nigerians. So that is one. The second thing again, concerning what happened in the party, you see, no time, devil will always be devil. And the angel of God will always be angel of God. No matter how you see it. APC must showcase what they look like. What they look like. So they can never become darkness and appear as light. Or rather become light and appear as darkness. So what is happening to the APC is what it simply means that this is the kind of people that's ruling us. People who will promise you A and give you Z. People also will promise you Z and give you 0. So that's what it looks like. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Yango.
This is Solomon. Welcome to Matters.
Okay, so
Yes,
good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Tell us where you're calling, please.
It's DMC from Lagos.
Okay, DMC, go ahead.
I really appreciate your guest. They are hitting the hammer on the head. The nail on the head, sorry. What I want to say is, the president promised the whole country that if he didn't give us electricity, we should not vote for him. Hope you remember.
Yeah.
So if a president could not keep his promise to Nigerians, those people that were denied tickets, they should not bother themselves because the president have a track record of disappointment. And to the person that is saying that the president is developing the Lagos and is helping Yoruba people, are they not the same people we are living with? Are they not the same people that we are living with every day that are begging for food to eat? If they are enjoying, we should see the enjoyment reflecting on them now. They'll come to buy food, they'll be complaining. They will come to buy anything, they'll be complaining. As we are complaining, they are complaining. We are living in the same place and the same market. So where are they benefiting the whole thing from? Is it the 10,000 naira they give to them during campaign that they finish in a day? My brother. The only thing that I have to say is that people should use their tongue to count their teeth. The suffering is not for one person. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to you.
The referendum advocate from Sulere.
Okay, go ahead.
Journalists there, I think they have spoken well, but all they have spoken is just mere conjecture. Anything can happen. You see, one thing is certain. All those strong elements now in APC, some of them know that if that is done, it's no for. But my happiness is that most of those assembly members that are coming back, it's a boomerang. We don't know when who made this law that after social time cannot be fair. But they are going out and I see how people, when they tell somebody in mind to make law, they are the one that it will now affect. Obi is now in ADC, a happy man. NDC is just a happy man. All these stuff we have said before, but look at it now. You see how Nigeria is run. And those who are saying that Miloko is a master strategist, this is the time we will know whether it's a master strategist in Lagos or in the whole of the state. Let me know who we appease in all over the country. Those whom we bamboozle to come to their party, promise them hell and heaven, and now they cannot get tickets. Let me see how to work out. So it's good for the opposition. And the position we have now is only NDC. Whether anybody likes it or not, from now to 27 January, you know whether there is any other opposition party other than NDC. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Switch off your radio set, please.
Yeah, I switched off.
Okay. Tell us in where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, this is Spicy.
Calling from?
Calling from Lagos.
Okay, Spicy, go ahead.
Yeah, calling from Lagos. Yeah, I heard that your guest is really, really making good points to those that are beneficiary of the Lagos road, highway, and all that. Even with same people that he said they are benefiting, the Yorubas, people that I have several of them, to even feed square meal is a problem. I know how many of them have begged me for money. And these people now, they are still the one that say this is their state, or they are suffering, than even those that are not. So let's just call a spade a spade. If you are a beneficiary of whatsoever people are enjoying, others are not benefiting. So we should not cover for everybody that they are also benefiting. Everybody is facing the heat. And there is one thing I also want to applaud whosoever that will come into power, that they should make a law. That person should make a law, or there should be a law that, be it past president or whatsoever, and cabinet and all of them, those that are looters, they should go in for them. They should jail them. They should persecute them. Those who are milking from Nigeria resources and pockets, they should jail them. If these things can be put in place, we will see that the criminality in government will reduce. Because if any president or ex-president have committed, extorted, steal from the country's purse, they did not penalize them. They leave them untouched. These things will be going on.
Okay.
So any past government, they should probe them.
Thank you.
When all these things are in place, we'll see that nothing of such will come up in Nigeria.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Join the conversation 036929933. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Solomon.
Good afternoon. Can you go to be quieter, please? We can hardly hear you. The noise is drowning your voice.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, better now. Tell us in the way you're calling from, please. Hello.
Hello?
Go ahead. Your name. We lost connection with him. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Soul.
Yes, welcome to VOP.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell us the name, where you're calling from.
You see, from Ataba side of Lagos State.
Okay, you see. Go ahead.
Now, Solomon, your guests, they actually did a very good work in their analysis. They actually killed the whole of the topic of discussion. They did very, very well. Now, Solo, there is no place greed has united anywhere in this earth. No place greed. Now, the same greed that taught APC right now, that made it to be to leave, the same greed that has taught the APC as I speak to you. Now, but the difference there is this. One has the power of the law and the power of the constitution and the power of the judiciary. He controls everything in the Republic of Nigeria. But the other side does not have anything. So you could say it's as if he's a good strategist because he controls everything. That was what he did in Lagos State. So right now, the law that amended, the National Assembly amended that after the form of membership, it will be very impossible to defect to any side that you want to choose to. So that is the problem right now. So those guys, they were joining the ruling party. They couldn't calculate it. I remember members of Labour Party that joined as well. They could not calculate. Now, Oti of Aja said that he don't leave. He's not under any threat. He's going to come back. He's going to contest. He's going to win. Because they were telling them that nothing will save them in the elections. Nothing will save them. At the end of the day, look at how it pans out. So what am I trying to say? If not for all this greed and selfishness, all this problem here and there will not happen. So the president is not as perfect politically the way we think. In Lagos State, here, don't forget, which of the presidents that ruled Lagos State, I mean the governors that ruled Lagos State, that never came through his template. So he when you are there as a governor, he decided what happened. He influenced the decision of the court and National Assembly and the State House of Rep, and everything through his power. Now he's in the speaker. So he controls the judiciary. He controls everything that happened in the federation. So it's easy for him to claim chief strategist. So as people being left APC, are they not quiet? Are they not scattered? Are they a movement again to reckon with?
Okay.
So that is it. I appreciate you. Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
0803-692-9933 and 0700-903-903-903. Our WhatsApp line 081-717-56338. Hello.
Oga Solomon, how you doing?
Honorable, our APC spokesman.
That is what I do for a Friday talk.
Okay, talk to us, AB.
See, politics is a game. Are you getting me? We have it in the constitution that there is consensus and direct primary. Are you getting me? In America, Kamala Harris came by consensus. In the same thing with Trump. Are you getting me? The consensus that they are doing, there will be crisis. There is nowhere there will not be crisis in any organization, but they have modalities in the way they sort. The one that brought Obi, is not consensus, because during your news, I heard somebody say consensus is of imposition. Okay, are you telling me that it's the imposition that brought Obi? Consensus is part of the game. Are you getting? There will be people will be discounted, but they know how they will discuss with them, tell them this. And see, let me tell you something, because your people used to say that people that defected and came to APC, that they know. Many of them that defected, like Adama governor, he got his ticket. That you came, that you defected is not automatic. You must do your underground work. Do you know since when Atabi have been working in Akwa Ibom, working in order to come back as a Senate president? Do you know all the underground work that the president promised you? It doesn't mean that you are going to sit down. No, you will do. See, Amzat. Do you know how many people Amzat went to destroy? Even when Amzat was announced, he did not know. It's Falete that announced it. Everybody was shocked. But he was going here, going there, going there, going. That's politics.
Okay.
Change them. So people should not be calling the president that is a fox, that he promised people. No, the president will not come for Abuja to come and do it for you. It's your local politics. You will go like Amzat did. That is
Thank you. Are
you getting me? Please, people should give us correct education. They know they talk politics as opposed to be.
Thank you.
They try, but
AB, you don't do now. They go. Bye bye. You don't. You almost 3 minutes now. Thank you. Hello.
Sir.
Welcome to VOP.
My name is Chibuzo. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Okay, Chibuzo, go ahead.
Now, why they won't bring our former president into power now? Now the man forget that they find wahala for this country. I think it's only 2 times they can swear in. Now they won't swear for 3rd time again. You know, they are waiting this governor of one state for Southwest won't go court to this. This thing I go be under problem with us. We will solve one, we will leave one. The man don't rule. Wait till you forget Fasoro, where they come back, we not done I won't call him. Let that man no go express himself for making better respect himself. He don't rule the economy, he never rule. Now that people never rule, make them rule. But this only 4 years. If the man will not obey, we will remember what he talk. No be say may not time no bring that man a beg. Is it now that they want a better Nigeria? When the man did that, even now they send her out. Now they still bring her back. I no agree for that one a beg.
Thank you.
No come. Bye bye, sir.
Thank you. Hello. Switch off your radio set, please. Hello. Switch off your radio set.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to VOP. Tell us the name where you're calling from, please.
My name is Nkem.
Nkem calling from?
From Bariga.
Okay, go ahead, Nkem.
I thank you for all the analysis. I thank God for how Odi and his group went away from AGC. Where they are now is better. Everybody can see the argument, the problems that are emanating from that party. If he has been there, that wouldn't have been chances for him. Here now is better. I thank God how he's going. And then I used to hear that people are, confusion needs. But this AB is himself.
Forget AB, please. Don't talk about AB. Just give us your own.
So thank you. It's well.
Thank you.
God will help us.
Thank
you.
you.
We come to 2027. God will help us. Praise.
Thank you.
Hallelujah.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Sola.
Yes, so switch off your radio set, please. Switch off your radio set. Hello. Hello. Oh, we lost connection with him. Okay. So 036929933. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, so welcome to VOP.
Yeah, please, there's something that I want to ask.
Tell us your name, where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, Pastor Rade from Ogun State.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Please, if hopefully Zama wins this second seat and they become governor again, because it's 2028 is going to, that is going to expire as a governor. Who is going to be governor? Who is going to be set up, please?
Well, we don't know how that will work, but it will be assumed that the deputy governor will take over. But I don't know for sure how that will work, though.
Someone is holding a seat and also contest an election. When they expire, the first one that haven't expired. I'm confused today.
We're all confused actually, but let's wait and see.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you very much for calling. Okay, our WhatsApp line is still available, 081-717-56338. Again, 081-717-56338. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to VOP.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell us the name, where you're calling from.
My name is Osadebe. I'm calling from Shasha.
Okay, Osadebe, go ahead, sir.
Yes, when the artful dodger thinks he has mastered everything, when you are hiding, you don't even know that your head is out. Somebody has discovered a lacuna in the Electoral Act that has been amended to shut off a lot of people from, if they are disenchanted with the system, they cannot come back or cross over to another party. But there's a lacuna that has been discovered. They say that one covers only primaries, that you cannot move to contest another primary. That is the only thing there. But they did not say you cannot move to as a consensus candidate to another party. Because the way and manner you arrive, you come out as a consensus candidate is not stated in that 2026 Electoral Act, Section 77. You can lose in APC today and decide to go to probably another party, and they will accept you because there is nothing written down as the modalities for arriving at a consensus. So things are going to happen in the next few days. You will see a lot of movement around, and there is no way, since it's an internal affair of the party, there is no way these things can be contested in court. Mark my words, my brother.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, I think it's time to read some messages. Good afternoon, Solomon. This is Chima from Surulere. I do not like the analysis today, and as analysts spoke without recognizing that everything now is only party primaries. Who is enjoying the quagmire status of Nigeria today? Okay. Good afternoon, GOP. I greet the guest. In fact, the truth of the matter is that the divided opposition will definitely give the ruling party an upper hand again come the next election. This is not the kind of opposition Nigerians expect from a formidable one that will give this administration a margin gap when the result comes out. Anyway, things can still fall in place between them. Big Sam from Ijegun. Thank you very much, Big Sam. Good afternoon. I don't understand why we are expending energy talking about Goodluck Jonathan that hasn't told you he's running for presidency. We have many talking points that we need to spend time on, and yet we are dwelling on an unnecessary drama deliberately created by some elements to distract us. Comrade Godfrey from Surulere. Thank you very much. Ima from Lagos. Jonathan can never win election. APC only wants to use him as a spoiler to divide votes, which will definitely backfire on APC. What an evil democracy our leaders are practicing. Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Solomon and all members of VUP. Sorry about last week. Just that these leaders and their callers is annoying us. Your guests have spoken well. Good luck. Jonathan should not allow them to deceive him. He should go and rest and support Peter Obi and Kwankwaso. This APC should solve the most important problem we are facing, insecurity. Congratulations to all the Arsenal fans. Finally, we made it. We are there. May God protect us all. Vivian Love. Thank you very much, Vivian Love. Okay, where next? Okay, let's see. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to VOP.
My name is Original AB, calling from Yano School.
Original AB. Wahala. Okay, go ahead. Talk to us.
My own talk about the issue now is that Peter Obi will surprise people, assassin and surprise some people yesterday. That's the only thing I have to say.
Okay.
The Original AB.
Thank you. Now why did I say we get original and fake AB? Okay. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Welcome to VOP.
Thank you. Your first time caller, sir.
Oh, first time caller. Welcome to the VOP family.
Yeah, welcome, sir. My name is Mr. Obonna from Sulere.
Okay, Mr. Obonna, go ahead. Talk to us.
Yeah, please. I want to make I want to just put some voice. What I'm saying that the people should not forget about 2023, the Mr. President Maradona system, which he have already collected with INEC, Yakubu, and connected the certificate of office and traveled to Spain, France, and came back a week to the swearing in. And that's what he's planning again. That's why he's beating his chest. That nothing could stop him. Every power that he has is from the INEC. If Nigeria did not take care of INEC, he will do what he do again. I wait his time not to vote. People can vote, but not vote. He knows base for vote because he said people did not vote for him. He just take power. And the same thing he wants to do again. So the only thing the Nigeria can do is to monitor INEC and stop INEC or change INEC. If not, he will, because already said that's why he's the one that brought him to the power, the one that give him office, and the one that will collect it back, because they already settled. So if Nigeria thinking us vote, you not vote. If you like vote, no vote. He will do what he wants to do. He will collect the certificate from INEC and travel to France, and he's coming back here on election before, because the ones they do before is the invite that's taking the debate. He's not here.
Okay.
And that's what you're doing.
Thank you.
So please, Nigeria should think about it.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. That's my take. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Well, it is time for us to go. Thank you very much for your contribution. Well, this is the politics is heating up indeed. It's becoming very interesting. It's becoming very dynamic. Problems in APC, problems in PDP, ADC, Labour Party. Well, it's becoming chaotic and interesting at the same time. Well, trust the VOP 90.3 FM. I will be here to give you all the juicy details as far as politics is concerned on the road to 2027. Once again, thank you very much for your contribution. The new Nigeria debate comes up tomorrow. Our political show that comes up Tuesdays and Thursdays. So tomorrow 1:30 to 3 will be new Nigeria debate, after which matters will return on Friday, same time 1:30 to 3. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles at VOP903FM and subscribe to our YouTube channel at VOP903FM. You can also follow me on IG at Solofem1, as in SOLOFEM figure 1, and on X at Solofem. I'm Solomon Ofem. Stay tuned to VOP 90.3 FM for the rest of our programs.